bankruptcy, penis power, husbands from the other dimension, family, uh, poverty mindset, high-end living, McDonald's.
I'm so happy you're burning that shit, but also do go back there and reclaim the ashes, because that was the blurb for your memoir. Tonight we have a very special Brava Spellshop, and we're going to be working on breaking an existing spell and creating a new spell. So darlings, to get started, we're going to have our friend, the beautiful Sarah Armour, the Moonual, joining in. But what I need you to do, just grab, to join us in this process, grab a piece of paper to write on, a pen or writing implement of any sort. You're going to grab a little thing to burn safely. Okay, cuties? So make sure you're burning safely. This is not the gender reveal party. I've already revealed that you're an alien, multi-dimensional, like, phoenix rising. So you don't need to reveal a gender and tear down a wildfire. Find something that is fire safe. I have this like gorgeous little chalice, not to like brag about my witch apparel. And then I have like this very basic jar that used to house yogurt, and it's been in my cupboard for eons. So it doesn't have to be fancy. Any sort of jar to house water, which hopefully you have from your tap. Get at me if you don't. Okay, we'll figure out, like, I think like the Tom's people deliver water to people. So my jars, we also here, I have lavender. I love lavender. If you have any herbs, any flowers that call your name tonight, just trust your instincts in your spice shelf and pull out what feels right. So a little anecdote, a little vaccination. My darling friend Keaton, she is an Ayurvedic chef. She's very intuitive, but she doesn't trust her magic. Like all you Brava bitches don't trust your magic, right? So one day she writes to me, she's like, I just had the hardest like day of sessions. Like, these people are wiling. She didn't say that, but I just like to say that. I like to pretend that people use the word wiling because I'd like it to make a comeback. These people be wiling, and I need to clear the space, but I don't have sage. Would it be weird to use, oh my, time? Would it be, is time like a weird thing to do? And I was like, bitch, I don't fucking know. Trust your magic. Trust your magic, boo, because I'm an empowering cult leader. Yes, oxymoronics over here. I'm an empowering cult leader. I gave my dear friend Keaton the advice to trust her magic. What did you know? She burned thyme throughout her home. And then I was not kidding you, watching 5 seconds later, this bitch, Tamara Rose from High Vibe TV. And she gets on and she says, today's property to work with, today's element I'm channeling for my guides is time to clear the space. So boo, that is evidence to you to trust your fucking magic tonight, and whatever herbs, spices, whatever you want to put in that water later. It takes witches a while to find each other in the dark forest naked.
Well, it's just like, I feel it's like one of those things where it's like when you're trusting your magic, sometimes, especially when you say certain keywords, the internet gods are like, uh-oh, we better make this hard. We want to keep them in the old paradigm. We want to keep them locked in the matrix. And it's like, no, I'm just going to actually like X out of the chat and try again.
My darling, I love that too because it's so true. Like the Zocs and the Bays, like they're basically fuckboys, know they've never been invited to a party. They created the internet to be their party where they get to make the rules. And now we've come in and we're like, actually, Frat House is like now the covenants, like, chasse away. Like, let's get Paul in here. And like, we are not going to be homophobic in this Frat House. So like, I hear you. It's true. They created we crashed the party.
I want RuPaul and no more rude Pauls.
Oh, girl. I love that. That can be part of your spell work. Okay,
I cannot wait to watch this back.
Wait, what did I say in our text thread? No vampic. We're getting right into the process.
Spells.
Sarah, at least pretend you're intimidated by me like every other bitch on the internet. Oh, look at, oh, she's so good. She's so good. You're my ideal client. You are my ideal client. I love you. Okay, what did we find? Okay, first, before we do the work, let us know how and where and why did you choose those flowers. Let's hear you trusting your magic right now.
So I went up to the roof deck, and we have a little roof deck garden, and I pulled my favorite herbs. So I pulled fresh mint. I pulled thyme. Keaton, I see you. I'm with you. Time is on our side. Why wouldn't we use it, right? So I got thyme, I got rosemary, I got mint, I got 2 hibiscus flowers,
Oh my
and
God.
I got a little parsley because I know we're going to be doing some spell like
Also,
breaking, but while we're doing spell making, I think that parsley is sort of that new life energy. At least I know that from Passover. So this is sort of like a concoction of the old and the new in this one giant jar.
what I love, okay, I have multiple things I love about it. One is you can definitely make a great pasta this. Like, go to
Haha.
parsley, time, make a nice little pasta for yourself after this, right? I also love that I'm presuming that you've actually stolen from a neighbor's little herb garden. I love that about you. And then you're also bringing your Jewish heritage, just like by default, and your love of beauty with the hibiscus. Do we feel that? Yes, we do.
Absolutely.
Okay, cutie, let's get into this. So, we're going to take out our beautiful magic journals. Anytime you pick up a pen and anytime you pick up a piece of paper, and know that you are spell casting. And so this is the thing, my darlings. We're going to start by actually breaking the spell because, as we know, just referring to the men who built the internet, we have all been indoctrinated by a series of beliefs, which are what? Spells that we have lived under. And so even as we assume and work towards, and the better part of us, the bigger part of us knows that we are Brava, and that Sarah knows that she's building the Moonual and Empire, and it's happening. There are these almost, and I will say not even almost, actually hypnotic programming that is working under the surface that can be going completely counter to what we say, think, want for ourselves. Clear?
Yes.
Love
Yes.
it. Okay, so right now I want you, Sarah, too, and everyone on the line right now, identify a spell you have been under that is getting in your way, that you're ready to let go of. Okay, cutie? So I will use myself as an example, just to give you an example of one that you could use. So the spell that I'm using, that I am letting go of, is this idea of productivity, time, continuation for value. Like, my self-worth is reliant on how much work I get done in a certain amount of time. Okay, but I broke the spell on my birthday, so like I'm talking from the past tense, right, cuties? But that was the spell. So I identify a spell I have been under, and this can be a belief you are ready to let go of.
I would like to break 2 spells. Spell number 1 is I would like to break this spell that has me operating in this feast famine cycle.
Love. Yes.
And spell number 2 is I would like to when I am in relationship with people, especially those I love, and like either they're upset or there's some sort of like either disconnect, or I guess I got really, to make this shorter, I would like to break the spell of being so affected by the people I love's feelings that I actually lose my power, and then I just enmesh with their feelings. So like if they're upset, I'm upset. So like maybe it's just codependency.
I would like to break the spell of enmeshment. I would like to break the spell of feast or famine mindset.
Yes, that's well said. Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. And then the next step is, this spell was placed upon me by, identify for yourself. Is it heritage? Is it society? Is it mom? Identify for yourself. And there can be multiple people, places, things that have placed a spell on you, but just write down one. This spell has kept me from. So this spell has kept me from, fill out that sentence. What has it?
Okay.
And once you have that, you write out verbatim, I am ready, willing, and able to break this spell. And so it is. I am ready, willing, and able to break this spell, and so it is. Write it out. And now for the pyrotechnics. Be careful. Don't burn a girl's face off like Brianna. LOL, that was like not funny, but it's kind of funny that happened. It's like not funny at all, but it happened. Did you know?
What?
Brianna's pyrotechnics burned a girl's face off. It's historical, you know. It's historical, but it happened, right? The past is real. Let's not be deniers of Rihanna's past history.
Well, that's another example of like the witches can't get Wi-Fi. The pyro at Rihanna's show is like going haywire. It's like the forces above are scared. And I mean, I will say, not to do a callback for those that weren't there, but on the last Moonual, actually you weren't there. I lit my nail on fire.
I actually love that about you. That's like a really good thing. That's like a good, I think like when we eulogize you one day, we'll say things like that. That's a good anecdote to have. Not just like be too morbid, but we're witches. So, my darling, this is the point where we take that spell. We tear it out of that notebook or wherever she is.
Should I take like a picture of it first or no? Who cares?
Well, I want to, instead of that, encouraging everyone on the line to do this as you burn it. So read it out and then burn it. Okay, cutie? Can you do that? Do you have your little fire safe container?
Nicole gave me the great idea of using an old candle holder.
Perfect.
Burn down.
That's so smart. Okay, cutie. Put it in there and say whatever words you need to say. So you might not need to say the words verbatim, or you might, but like speak out loud to the community and everyone at home. When you do this step, speak it out loud, what you wrote as you burn it.
Okay, so it's I'm gonna rip the paper first, so it's like, well, here, let me rip it and burn it.
Love.
Okay, so then just start burning and then say it out loud. So
Yeah,
say words. Okay.
Say the words you need to say as you release it. So whatever words that you wrote that you want to say out loud to affirm.
Okay, so I would say bankruptcy, surprise, penis power, husbands from the other dimension, family, poverty mindset, empathy, fear, surprise, shock, broke, high-end living, couch surfer, subletter, McDonald's.
I'm so happy you're burning that shit, but also do go back there and like reclaim the ashes. So that was the blurb for your memoir.
Honestly, it kind of covers all the bases, you know.
I love you go hard, boo.
TV sets.
You're talking about cleaning out your fucking closet. You came here talking about his family-rooted trauma around having money, not having money, all that shit. You're burning it. It's burning.
Well, it's the same thing. It's like having money, losing money, and then if you have or if you don't have, it's all everybody's problem.
Okay, great. So we got everyone on the line right now. Do as Sarah does. Read out that whatever you're burning and burn it. And now we're gonna get to the fun part. We're gonna get to the spell casting. Okay, cuties? Do your work. We don't have people who don't do the work here, right? It's not the Brava Spellshop up where you're coming just to watch me work out. What a 6 months everyone had watching me work out. Not a soul was actually doing it along. Boom. All right, my darlings. My sweet, sweet Brava babies. We're on to the next step. It's actually the best part. Did you just roll your eyes when I called you a sweet, sweet Brava baby?
I was trying to make sure that I wasn't like lighting something because it's sort of like going big over there. And I wanted to make sure like, something didn't light on fire.
Boo, I read your micro expressions, but I love it. I actually felt like you were like, it was like a roll up the eye, but it was like a sassy. It was like this. You went like this when I called you sweet, sweet Brava baby. So I'm like, what is she feeling? She felt.
I am a Brava baby.
You are my boo. Okay, Katie. Let's get into this. The next step. Step 2. This is the fun part where we actually create the spell. So, as you release that spell, you're going to write out right now, I allow. So, there are things, in order to actually release an old belief, we have to allow for things that maybe in the past we have been afraid of. For instance, for me, I am allowing people, places, opportunities to leave my sphere if they are not in alignment with the way that I function, right? So, Sarah, write out, everyone on the line, everyone who's watching, write out what, as you release this spell, as you release this old way of being and this old belief system, what are you allowing for? Okay, next up, I invite in. So, in this beautiful space we've created, Marie Kondo would be so fucking proud. We have allowed some things, right, to go. We have cleared some space, and now the invitation. I invite in, I invite. So just write, I invite, continue that sentence. Love. Now we write, I trust, continue the sentence. I know, continue the sentence. And we can do this on repeat until we feel complete. I trust, I know, I trust, I know. At the end of this, you write, and so it is, and then you are complete with the spell that you are casting. All right, my darling. So now is the time, all blessed Brava babies, once you have completed and you've written, and so it is, you grab that jar full of that water and you place in it, as Sarah has already done, any herbs, spices, local stolen herb garden, deep family heritage shit. Oof, I just have lavender, which makes me feel like sleepy time. Like all will be well. All will be well.
Perfect.
Here, you place in that water anything that is going to give it, infuse it, right? And now we take our spell that we are casting. We don't tear it up into pieces. We gently rip it out. And Sarah, as you read it, you can read it and then place it in the water, and really sharing any words that you want to share to affirm them. And Brava babies, as you know, when you do this, listen to Sarah, pause the video, and then do speak your words out loud. It's very powerful, even if you're only speaking to yourself. Speaking words out loud, it's a very powerful practice. That's why I ramble so much, right? Okay, Katie, your turn. Let's hear it.
Okay, I trust my gut. I trust my instincts. I trust my team. I trust my intuition and psychic downloads. I trust my comedy chops and ability to make anything work, even if it's not working. I trust my heart. I trust my creativity. I trust my resilience. I trust, that's really it. Okay, so that's who I trust.
Sarah, I have fallen so in love with you watching you through this process. I really, truly mean that. Because, like, and everyone can feel this. I love that you are just leaning into something that scares you. And that is, there's nothing more beautiful in anyone, be they Brava baby or not, in any being, than leaning into something that scares you with an open heart.
Oh my God, thank you. Okay,
So,
you want to hear the rest? I have what I know.
Oh, yes, please.
But I don't have to. It's up to you.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize this is the appetizer. Give us the entree and dessert.
Well, I just want you to fall more in love with me is all.
Okay, great. I'm ready for it.
Okay, I know it's already here. Things are just coming together. I know I've earned it. I know I've paid my dues. I know it's inevitable. I know it'll always be okay. I know with people and it will always be okay. I know with my family, it'll always be okay. I allow my partners who I am not, who I'm enmeshed with, but it's not helpful, but that are still my partners for life. I allow to move through their own process without having to like race them through or I need to trust their process and trust my process and know that our job is not to control each other. It's actually to just be there on each other's journeys. I allow infinite abundance. I allow divine timing to lead. I allow clarity and organization in my business so that I can communicate more clearly to everybody so that we can work together more easily. And I allow I allow ease in how we work together, or like how you get to know me, etc. Like ease in communication. I allow huge financial gains. I allow financial security. I allow, that's really it. I invite in safety. I invite in creative business structural clarity. I invite in easy romance. I invite in my ideal long-term, high-end private and corporate clients. I invite in a huge investment, like some kind of a whether it's like an investment or I'm ready for my dowry, like whether it's an investment or like a development deal or something. Someone I invite in who would, in whatever way, a huge amount of money, not from my clients, from somebody who wants to be I invited my benefactor, basically is what I'm saying.
So as you were speaking, I pulled a card. Oh, we got Athena in her wisdom. You know.
Well,
also, this one popped
after
out. As we know, sometimes the bitches just pop the fuck out. This one just popped out. Butterfly transformation.
Kylie.
Together.
Well, I just want to say, really, side note for anybody watching, Athena is a really powerful card, because what we haven't talked much about is that during this whole year where we've had this Capricorn sort of Pluto-Saturn conjunction party ending this era, Pallas Athena has been there too, kind of holding it. She's like the woman at the table that like hasn't like really played in, but is actually there now watching and sort of overseeing things so that she can actually take over and lead. Athena is like the goddess of strategy and feminine wisdom. So that's like fucking perfect.
That is building an empire in a different way. So we place that paper beautifully folded, gorgeous, inside our jar. What we do tonight, my darlings, is we place this jar with our spell underneath our bed and we dream on it. We let it infuse as we sleep and let it affect our dream life, because we know in that subconscious state, that's where the spell work really takes hold.
Do we put our spell in the water?
Yes.
Okay, got it. And you do it gently. Like I could do it like a little like burrito or like a joint. I could just roll it up.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. It really is a you and you relationship. So if like tearing something up feels like a loving way to treat it, yeah, cute. Like making it into a joint, like feels like that's how it's gonna get lit. Like, do you? But that perfect. Look at the chart too. What a great. She's got style. Okay, cute. So you're gonna put that under your bed tonight, and then in the morning, do leave a comment on the video, Sarah. Let us know if you feel or notice any shifts around this thinking. I feel like there's nothing that makes you look more like a boomer than holding an iPad up on I love it. You're like, I'm emailing the kids. Well, L'chaim for you for joining. I'm so proud of you, so excited. And my darlings, everyone who is watching on the line, please let us know in the comments how this goes for you. Join for the Moonual. This was supposed to be a Moonual experience, but she was, okay, I have to tell you this story. So instead of going to the Moonual, it was my birthday, and I booked it at Airstream at this artist commune with clothing optional. Okay, I get there. Airstream trailer is like a really nice way of saying you get to sleep in my car for $200 a night. I have I didn't want to sleep in this car. Side note, he's Olivia Wilde's ex-husband. We Wikipedia'd him. And he's got like 14 girlfriends, and everyone's like, it's like masked, but like naked. And it's just a weird vibe. I felt a weird vibe, and I immediately left.
No. Wait, we have to talk about this later. We have not caught up yet. You left?
I left. It was very Keith Raniere's. But I had the whole beautiful day in Josh's and then I had a beautiful soak in a hot tub naked, just gossiping about this like lecherous man who's just trying to like entrap ladies into sleeping in buses.
Did you get your money back?
No, I didn't want to insult his character. So I just left. And, my Airbnb rating is very important to me.
Got it. And I don't think you've insulted his character here at all.
I mean, no, I'm sure he's very proud to have some witches like whisper around him on the internet. I'm sure his ears are tickled,
He's a fan.
Okay, I love you so much. Well,
oh my God.
See you in my dreams because we're deeply cellularly connected. Have a great one.
I can't believe we're working out tomorrow again.
I know, it's exciting. For only 8 minutes. Boo, it's 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
All right, I can do that, especially because now I'll be powerful in my dreams.
She knows it. She's living it. All right.
Thank
Love
you.
you all. L'chaim to all, and to all a beautiful, blessed evening.
L'chaim.